What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Sword of Convallaria video. What do I call you guys? Convallarians? Is that a thing? Can we do that? I don't know. It sounds like a cult. Maybe I won't do that. Sound a little weird. Anyways, I'm here because I want to talk about some SR units. Now, if you guys are aware, legendary units. I call them SR epic units. Call them epic units because that's what they are. They're epic units. So let's talk a little bit about epic units. I'm gonna scale down to rare units eventually. Everyone's aware currently at the moment of all the best legendary units. We all know Cole, Beryl, Inanna, Gloria, etc. We all know those. Those are straightforward. But what are the units you want to focus on if you are looking for an SR equivalent to some of these powerhouses that exist? And I'm going to show you guys a few of them that I'm a big fan of, that I've had a chance to test. And again, I will be doing testing on all the other units as well too as we go up the chain. There's a lot here, and I mean a lot of very, very powerful units that I'm a big fan of. So for example, like Stinger is great, Stormbreaker is fantastic. I'm a big fan of Suppression. I'm a huge fan of this rare unit, Darklight Fire Priest. There's a lot to cover here, but I want to kind of focus on a couple that I've had a chance to really play with and test thoroughly and give you guys my take on them and why I think these units are fantastic. So first off, let's start off with the Crimson Falcon. Everybody knows you get a free one fairly early on, and then you get dupes of this character very quickly throughout the game. You guys can see this is a 5-star dupe right here, and I've got the following skills set up for it, right? So if you look all the way down here, I've picked the Inspiration of Comrades, which is a passive. If there are two or more allies within the tiles, the character gains damage 2 for 1 turn. When hit by an active attack, if there are 2 or more allies within, decrease damage taken by 20%, which is very strong. So you want to keep this unit with other units that are equivalent, that are assassins. Try to keep them close by. This passive here is what I chose when performing an active attack. Critical hit increases by 15%. If the character performs a back attack, crit increases by 40%. Crazy amounts of damage, and these assassin units can move and scale through the entire map fairly quickly, right? So another option here was the Vital Guard. When hit by an active attack, damage taken is decreased by 8%. Upon receiving an active attack, if the character is dying, so dying state is the following: if you're below 30% HP, gains dodge for 1 turn, can be activated once per round. So a great way to do a little bit of survival, right? So incredibly resourceful character. Now the weapon I have of choice currently on this unit is a ceremonial knife. This will work with any assassins really, but really shines with the Falconer. When launching a back attack, crit increases by 16%. You can get this character's 100% crit very quickly with these weapons. I've got the following trinket: Hunter's Intuition. When alert is triggered, deals 5% more damage. Moreover, if a foe uses a skill within the range of alert, it will also be triggered. So alert is the following: buff guards a certain area, casting skills at enemies that move into range. And then lastly, we have this Dream of the Magician. Now, don't get me wrong, I know this right here is an AoE aspect of it, but the increased damage dealt by 8% is standard. The rest of it here needs to be an AoE. So this is actually not the best choice here. The best choice, in my opinion, would be probably something like this, with the Majesty of the Emperor, but I've currently got it on Cole, so I need to find a better version of it or another version of it with better substats, right? So make sure, trinket wise, you guys understand what's going on. So very strong unit. I'll show you guys these units in action. Another very powerful unit here is going to be Lightning, especially when you get dupes. Now, this Disdain dupe is really powerful. Increases physical attack by 12% and physical defense by 12%. And at the end of the turn, if the character is healthy and within the foe's threat range, gains Disdain. Effect decreases damage taken by 30% for 1 turn with a 2-turn cooldown at the 5-star level, right? So very strong. Plays a very good tank role as well as a DPS role. So depending on how you want to build this unit, you can do a couple different things. So I've gone ahead and done the mixed bag of DPS and tanking, right? So the first skill I chose here was the following: support skill, Knight's Glory, grants the target attack 2. Attack 2, you guys can see here, is a physical and magic attack plus 20%. And then if it's a union member nearby, so let's just say Gloria, for example, right? The character gains an additional physical shield with a value equivalent of 20% of their HP. The second skill I chose here is an aura, increases crit rate by 20% for all allies within two tiles of each other. So very strong nearby. Again, helping your assassins out, especially when hit by an active attack, the damage taken is decreased by 8%. After being attacked, the character gains damage reduction 2, which is 20% damage reduction for 2 turns. So again, very strong, tanky, and overall powerful unit. Plus, I love their design. I kind of wish they had another skin, like a cool one without the helmet would be nice to kind of see her, but she looks incredible. So really strong unit there as well. And then the third one I want to highlight real quick is going to be Blade. Now, Blade's really cool. Not highlighting Blade because, Payneblade or anything like that, but Quite honestly, love the look, love the design, not to mention the trait's really cool. Performs an assisting attack against all enemies within 3 tiles of the character, dealing 15% physical damage and dispelling 1 buff. This is actually really strong. The skill can be used up to 1 time per round. When the character has 3 or more buffs, you increase the crit rate by 15% on this character. Again, what you want to use here ideally is you want to have yourself the ceremonial dagger if you can, or this physical dagger. I'm going to actually equip this. This is what I wanted to have on there. There you go. The physical attack by 5%. Eventually you get legendary weapons. You can replace that. Now I have this cooling powder on there which gives immunity to healing minus healing. It's a debuff, right? And then of course I've got the destruction of the tower. When it's at the character's turn, damage dealt increased by 20%. This really is not that useful. This one you might want to put on Cole because Cole does do a counter attack. I just have it for now. We'll figure that one out. Now skill wise, what I've gone ahead and done is the following skills. Okay, so you have 2 different choices here. I went with this one, Fancy Footwork. Takes 50% less AoE damage and gains 2 dodge attempts for 2 turns, which is crazy good because dodge pretty much nullifies all attacks that are single target. You know, so if any AoE happens, this is the unit you want to take it. And then this passive over here, when performing an active attack, if the target is unharmed, full health essentially, deals 20% physical damage. When performing a back attack though on an unharmed target, additional inflicts passive skills for 1 turn. So this is debuff, control, disruption, renders all passive skills ineffective, which is incredible. And then this is the reason why I have the non-healing debuff on him for the trinket. So this reaction increases the healing received by 10%. When receiving healing, gains damage 2, which is 20% buff damage for 1 turn. So all very, very cool things on this unit, and not to mention, it looks badass. So let's take these units for a spin. You guys can see there, they're level 28. So if I take them, let's just say I got to do, I don't know. You know what? I do need to get some more material for farming, especially for equipment. So let's just go ahead and jump into enhancement. Let's click here. Let's go to Radiant Forge. Alright guys, we're jumping in here and I'm going to show you guys how these units work and why they're so damn powerful. So first off, we're going to start off with lightning here. Okay, so I showcased you a little bit. Look at this range on this attack. Okay, first off, look at this. And the amount of damage it does is incredible. So you guys can see here, first off, multi-use, tank, DPS, insane range, great skills. Okay, so you guys can see this opponent almost died. We're going to go ahead and bring Cole around. Like, you guys already know how Cole works. I'll just use him anyways just to finish this off. But you guys understand Cole obviously has the best, in my opinion, damage dealing capabilities in this game. We're going to put him right over here. We'll just stand by. Okay, now you have Falconer. Now Falconer, of course, just like Cole, has insane amount of range and crazy good DPS. So similar attack here. When you do this skill, it increases his crit rate, also does insane damage. When he kills an opponent from the side or the back, has a chance to move again, so he can move away from distance and keep that distance away from everybody. The beauty here of Blade is you got a couple different things. First off, Blade can do this Fancy Footwork here, which will give him the 50% chance, takes 50% less AoE damage, and also gains dodge when he does that, so making him pretty much avoid 2 strike damages, single target damages. And then you have this skill over here as well too, which works really well. So single target attack deals 130% damage. Before attacking, crit is increased, but if he kills a target, he also gets 3 NRG back, allowing him to do this again. So for example, if I were to do this skill right now here and kill this opponent, right? So let's just say here, right there, we're going to kill him. You're going to see 3 NRG is going to come right back to us, right? So there you guys go. Fully recovered that. Now if I go back and I give him another turn, you're going to see this opponent now coming up can actually get hit by that attack yet again. So watch. Recovered, 3 NRG back again. Look at this. And just another massive attack right here to kill the opponent. Look at that. Look at that crazy damage, right? So incredibly strong units. So you definitely want to see, you want to use them, especially if you're looking to have units that can scale a massive portion of the map. Let's just blow this up. Who cares about the princess's guard? There we go. Get the job done, baby. All right, let's see here. You guys can see now. Now here we can do a buff. We're going to go ahead and do this buff on ourselves. This is going to give you a shield plus attack. So we're going to wait here. Actually, you know what? We can probably just do a tactic here and kill this guy. Just get him out of the way. There we go. Complete that one. And now use Cole, of course. Go back. Now you guys can see I have a lot of clarity characters and assassins because I love their movement. Their movement and their jump and everything is huge, and they can again traverse the entire map in only a couple turns, making it way easier to manage, you know, enemies that are either ranged or, you know, far away across the map, or ones where, especially where you have to like escort units from one location to another and get them there safely. It's always easier using assassins this way, right? So, all right, let's go in here. Actually, you know what? We'll just get him out of this. Let's just get him out of here. Stand by. And here's lightning again, right? So lightning, look at this. Physical splash damage, insanely strong. There you guys go. Beautiful. easy, super fun to use, easy to acquire. These epic units are not hard to acquire, especially for free-to-play players. You're going to have an easy time getting them, and they will be fantastic for you to use in the future, especially when you are having a hard time getting yourself stronger units, because obviously the drop rate's not that great, and there's no 50-50. So there you guys go. Love these units. I will be showcasing more of these SR units and SSR units as we play the game. Sorry, SR units. These epic units, common units, and rare units. I don't think a lot of people are using them very much because obviously there's a lot of legendary units available right now, but don't sleep on these guys. For example, the Stormbreaker, the Stinger, the Tempest, the Might, Stormbreaker, and Stinger. I love these units. I had a lot of opportunities to get a crap load of Mights, so I'm going to level them up and test them because I think, for example, Might's trait is awesome. Increases HP and physical attack by 15%, increases attack by additional 50% if the character does not move before attacking. So these are the kind of units I love to use because there's a lot of strategy behind them, plus they have a lot of buffs that can increase their damage output drastically just by reading their traits and utilizing them properly in the stages. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys using any SR characters? Are you using any epic characters yourself? I apologize, I keep saying SRs in my other games. They're SRs, SSRs, etc. Are you guys utilizing any of them? If you are, let me know which ones. If there's ones you want me to cover or highlight or level up and focus on, let me know as well too. I am a big fan of the Scout over here as well too, just so you guys are aware. I'm also a big fan of the Night Raven on my other account. I use the Abyss on the other account. So there's a lot of really, really powerful units in this game that, again, are being ignored because of the legendaries that are around. So I do want to put a little bit of a limelight on them. All right, guys, this is Payne. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.